welcome to the Megan Show. This is where you come along for a car ride with me and we talk about whatever is on my heart. And I say that strategically to say what's on my heart because I don't really want to talk about what's on my mind. I want to talk about what's on my heart. I had a really good day. I had some movement in my soul today, and it may be why I'm wanting to come share with you like this. I would love for it to be in landscape version because I think that looks better, but if this goes on YouTube like I think it's going to, then YouTube is the world of landscape. I took my car into the auto repair shop the other day, and I took it in because for the past couple of months, when I would start slowing down at high speeds, so from high speeds and I would start slowing down, my car would vibrate pretty extensively. And so I was like, oh, that's not safe. So I took it in to the auto repair shop. He said I needed new rotors and new brakes. So we put on new rotors and new brakes all around. And my car is no longer shaking when I slow down from high speeds, but I am noticing that when I get up to about 70, 75, 80 miles an hour, that my car is vibrating at high speeds. So my car was actually doing that in the fall, so September, so 7, 8 months ago, and I took it to the same mechanic and he fixed it at that time. I remember I'm driving away from it, getting up to high speeds and it not shaking. But why is it shaking again 7 months later? I don't fully understand that. Maybe one of you can let me know. So, what the heck, what are we doing here? What's going on? Why are we doing it? What's the point? What's the purpose? Are we doing it for ourselves? Are we doing it for others? Do we all need to go adopt a dog? Do we need to adopt a baby? Do we need to build businesses? Do we need to partner together? Do we need to go get jobs? Do we need to say screw the jobs and go make art? Do we need to dance more? Do we need to work more? Do we need to go back to our roots? Do we need to go into the future? Do we read more books? Do we write more books? Do we say screw books altogether and just use the, audible and digital things, It's a lot of choices to be made right now, and it can feel a little chaotic. At least it can for me. There's a few things that I know for sure. One is that I want to be more human than ever before. I am a human, just so you know. But I want to be more human than ever before in that I want to be more connected and use the things that make me a unique person than ever before. So in a world where AI is powerful and I think it that's the direction that the world's going in, I want to make sure I'm being more me, that I don't need to be artificial intelligence. I need to be real intelligence, and what makes someone intelligent? Well, it's not just being the most book smart. It's not just being the most experienced in some particular field. I think that being intelligent has something to do with you being a really good human, and doing the human things really well, empathy and care and love and connection and passion and like conviction and like values and I don't know, the things that like you kind of like feel like pull at you from like deep parts within you, That's what I think. That's what I want to do. So, I think at this particular like phase and stage of my career and of my business and of my life, I want to be more committed than I have been previously to being like fully me. And what that really looks like from my perspective is having conversations about things that matter and making sure that the people that I work with know that this is a like conversation that doesn't really have like an ending, that this is something I'm conversing about. I think it's something that you're conversing about. It's something we're conversing about, and ultimately it's something that we are creating, and we are even like co-creating to a certain extent together on the things that matter to us. So like what matters to us is moving into, well, what matters to me is moving into the future better, brighter, faster, stronger, together. That's it. Like that's my work every day, all day, ultimately revolves around that mission. And so it will show up in a lot of different ways with a lot of different people. And I just want you to know that there's like more of us out there, right? Like there's more of us moving in this direction than like you might know, right? And I think that part of it is us calling in those people who we want to go into the future together with, not because of any reason other than we like them and we think that they're good people and we think that we want to take care of like our people, right? So that's everyone from like literal like biological blood family to just like really amazing people you've met along the journey to people you don't know yet. And however that ends up looking for you, there's a leadership journey for you to go on in terms of like what does it mean to lead others through the storm of what could be foreseen. I'm 34, okay? A lot of older people than me who are still in business. So I'm thinking like these people are probably in their like late 40s, early 50s, and they still have like a good little stint in business. I hear them, like wanting to like quote unquote charge the storm. I hear them, talking about like kind of like shoring up their teams and their assets and their just kind of like protecting themselves, like getting better at defense and also just kind of like thinking about how do I move this whole like ecosystem into the future. Well, maybe that's because they've like built this one thing that they really have to like, it's kind of a heavy thing to just like throw on your back and take with you. So it's not even possible. So you have to continue to evolve and iterate through the changes that are out there. But for a lot of us, we're pretty flexible, like we already have a lot of adaptability to us. Like we kind of like are pretty resilient, and we actually are pretty malleable with like situations and scenarios that come up, and we can like evolve and kind of change and morph into whoever we need to be for that particular season of life. And I say kudos to you if you're one of those people. I love you and I love us, and I think that we are absolutely needed for the future. All right, so that's like first and foremost. When I say I want to go into the future better, faster, brighter, stronger, together, what I'm really saying is that those of us who like don't have a stick up our butt, and those of us who are willing to take a deep breath and dive in for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year, for the 10-year stint, whatever it is that's needed from us to be able to serve like the people that we love and the people that are looking to us, then that's what we're gonna do. All right, so that's that. I think there's some vulnerability that goes in with that. I think there's some honesty that goes in with that. I think there's some transparency that goes in with that. And I also think that there's some willingness to sit like quiet for a little while. You know, I don't personally feel like it's the time for me to sit quiet, or I wouldn't be doing this video. But you know, tomorrow might be a different kind of day, and so like however keyed in, tapped in, tuned in I am to where I need to be, where my focus needs to be, where my energy needs to be, where I need to be showing up in the world, and how I need to be showing up. That's like my work to do. I believe it's actually your work to do as well, and I just say let's do it together. So ultimately, like that's kind of at the, I guess the fundamentals of what B-Side is. I'm here to serve. I'm here to hold space. I'm here to guide. I'm here to lead. I'm here to love. I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. And I don't know. Maybe these messages are for you. Maybe they're part of the gig, you know. And if they are, then that's awesome. And if they're not, then that's okay too. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here to help. I'm still here to serve. I'm still here to love. I'm still here to hold space. I'm still here to ask questions. I'm still here to believe in you. I'm still here to say, let's go get it. Yeah. I feel pretty good about it though. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of love in this heart, and I have every intention to like extend it out further into the world. I've been playing personally I've been playing a little small lately, and that's not who I am, and so I'm working on that too. So I appreciate you, because you get to be one of the people that like kind of like lets me out of my shell, you know. So it seems, so it feels, so it is. You're not giving me permission to be out of my shell. You are giving a space for me to be out of my shell. And I appreciate that, because there's more of me that I want to share with the world. And I was thinking today about like gifts and talents and strengths and like what makes you unique, you know, what makes me unique. And I think sometimes in polite society, we construct these identities of how we are going to be, and then we work to go show up in the world as those identities. And ultimately, like what the world actually needed from us in the first place was just be ourselves, you know. But there's a lot more context to that. There's a lot more to it, right? Because it's not as easy as saying, well, I'm just gonna, you know, like Rage Against the Machine, and I'm not gonna play in the game of like polite society because that's for losers, and I'm not a loser, and I'm just gonna be me, you know, and that's that. Like, I wish it were that easy. It's not. It's not that easy. If you, and I can speak to that, and maybe you can too, because like I've tried, you know, I've tried to do it both ways, and I think I know that instead of like either or, it's some like weird, interesting combination of both, and where I get most tired and just kind of like drained and maybe even a little depressed is when I am constantly like toggling, you know, like I'm toggling like, okay, today I am like this kind of a person because I'm dealing with these kind of people in these situations, and then like the next day or later that afternoon I have to kind of like be a different kind of person to be able to like accommodate the situation I got myself into, or like the way that I'm, you know, receiving, you know, income or revenue in this like capitalistic society that we live in. And But then other days it's like, well, I just want to be completely spiritual, and I want to just like say, like, none of this matters. Like, the economy doesn't matter, capitalism doesn't matter, money doesn't matter. I just want to like go, hide on a mountain and like meditate and pray and like just like, like eat quinoa and rice every day or something. But like I like the dance, and I'm grateful for the dance. I'm grateful for the play of being able to see about like integrating all of it. Not easy, but it's something that I think more of us are on the journey around than maybe I've even known. And so I'm inviting in like conversations about that. I want to know, if that resonates with you, if you feel that, if you get it. If you don't, all good. And if you do, I'd like to chat. Maybe we hit record and you sit in the passenger seat while I drive and we talk, or maybe we go on a walk and we carry around a selfie stick and record ourselves. I don't know. Can we do anything other than still and talk into a microphone? Just anything other than that. God bless you, and I mean that. I do. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I believe there's some things that are at work. I am honored. I am grateful. I am jazzed about the opportunity to be living in this day and age. I am grateful to be the young person that I am, that has a whole life ahead, to be able to like make choices and decisions and things that will actually impact my own personal life and the life of community and people that I love, and maybe even the world at large. I don't think it's like a good idea to put that past us. I remember being a teenager and there was like this band. It wasn't Mercy Me. Someone is going to remember this band, but they had the song like World Changer. It wasn't Mercy Me, was it? No. It was someone else. But they had this song about being a world changer, and I remember, like really resonating with that. It's like I wanted to be a world changer. I didn't want to just sit on my butt in my, hometown and get by. I really wanted to like make waves. I wanted to make an impact. I wanted it to be positive. Life and the universe and God, they wanted to teach me some things before I went out and started doing all of that. And like, this is, I feel like my healing is not complete by any means, but I feel like it's safe enough. I feel like it's safe enough to shine a little bit more. I feel like it's a good time to come out again and say what's up. So this is what's up. I hope to hear from some of you. If you're still watching at 21 minutes, man, I mean, like, it says something. So I don't know, like, let's go, let's grow. That's what I have to say. Like, let's, whether you have a clear vision of where you're going, I want to support you in that. Whether you're like, hey, I'm also one of the super adaptable, super flexible, super malleable kind of ones that is just going to like be here, there, and everywhere as far as like the way that you show up to the world. I'm here for that. I'm supportive of that. I'd love to chat with you. I want to visit with you. If any of you have like thoughts, questions, ideas, for me, I want to know, please. Like, this is my invitation for that. And then yeah, but time's ticking, and I don't think that there's any reason to sit around and wait. And I don't say time's ticking to create some like weird fear and anxiety about time. And like, there's enough time, of course. it. Like, time is what it is, and like, we're here. So don't think you need to be in a rush. You don't. I love you. I care about you. I want to see you thrive. I want to see us thrive. Better, faster, stronger, brighter.